And you're welcome back. We are getting our claws into some Atlantic crab in the kitchen today.
Yes, Tommy Butler from the Radisson Blu Royal Hotel on Dublin's Golden Lane is making a tagliatelle dish this morning. Tommy, you've never failed us yet, and I don't think you're going to do it today. Good morning, how are you?
No pressure.
No pressure.
The pastries are John.
Gorgeous. Most welcome.
What's on the menu?
Right, so going to do some crab. So I have some lovely brown crab here. This is from Clogherhead, which is up in County Louth. It's Irish crab. It's absolutely fantastic.
Do we
Fresh,
have the best crab in the world?
I think we do, yeah.
Yeah.
I was over in Lisbon a couple of weeks ago and I had some crab and I had some shellfish and different things and the oysters even. We just have the best fish over here, you know, and we don't shout enough about it. And even in the papers this morning, JP McMahon was in there, he wrote an article that we don't eat enough shellfish.
Yeah, we don't.
It's
I think people are afraid of cooking it.
People are afraid of cooking fish, yeah.
Let's see how
it goes, right. So the tagliatelle, I have fresh egg tagliatelle here, so, you know, again, it's quite nice. And we didn't make it ourselves, but again...
No, but the dry stuff is very good.
Absolutely. So I'll just have this in blanching now for about 2 minutes. It's going to take the chill off that. As for the actual crab, we're going to add a few veggies to it, a little bit of spice, a little bit of chilli, a little bit of rocket, and a little bit of lemon, just to keep it nice and fresh. It's a lovely summer dish, so it's ideal for the kind of weather we have at the moment. So a little bit of oil, rapeseed, olive, whichever you fancy yourself. Then here I'm going to throw in a little bit of onion just to start the dish off.
Does it have to be red onion?
No, it can be white onion, whichever you fancy. You can use shallots if you want. It's completely up to you.
I discovered during the week, Chef? Pink onions.
Never heard of them.
Pink onions?
Yeah. Pink onions. You ever heard of them?
I don't think so.
They taste different, or...?
It flabbergasted me. I got them in the supermarket.
Yeah?
I didn't know. I thought they were red onions, but it said pink on it. Very strange.
There you go.
Faded red onions.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a new one on you. Onions are in.
Onions are in. So you were saying earlier about the smell of frying garlic. It's important that you kind of get the onions and stuff in first, because sometimes, I mean, a bit of chilli in here. Do we like spicy?
The seeds in.
Do we like spicy?
No.
Not so much, neither of us are.
It'll be okay, don't worry. It's okay, don't worry, guys. I
Yeah.
won't kill you, don't worry.
And you're always frightened by the seeds.
But the citrus anyway will counteract the chilli. So I was just saying earlier about the garlic. I mean, it's important not to put the garlic in too early because it burns and it goes black. So you want to put it in, start with the onions, your chilies and things like that first, and then you can add your garlic. Then you get the nice aroma off it as well.
Oh, smell is amazing.
Coming this way.
Absolutely. Onions and garlic and chilli frying the pan.
Simmering away there now like that.
So we could be on the holidays now somewhere.
Could be anywhere. We could be out in Portugal,
Where would we be?
Absolutely, doing a cooking show.
Somewhere in Ireland, probably, wouldn't we? Yeah.
Then I have, from here, I have a little bit of just julienne veg, so a little bit of carrot, courgette, celery, sorry, not carrot, sorry, carrot, courgette and cucumber. So again, just put a little, just for a little bit of texture and a little bit of al dente veg, just to again, make it a really kind of hearty, a little bit of pepper as well, yeah, absolutely.
Very nice.
In there, just like that, nice and simple. Again, a little bit of sea salt now at this stage because the process has started. We'll put in the pepper at the end.
Okay.
I'm giving this
Why not now, Tommy?
It tends, I mean, for me, like when I was training, I was always taught salt to start, pepper at the end.
Oh,
because
right,
the pepper tends to cook out throughout the cooking, especially ground black pepper. It's like it's a pepper you can just eat, you know, like this. Yeah. So again, it doesn't actually
hold off on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Right. So put that in at the end. The salt actually works quite well with the food, so it brings out the flavours.
Very good.
You know, it draws out the actual natural moistures in the food. Now we're ready to put in a little bit of our crab. So we've got a little bit of heat in the veg, a little bit more oil, just get that a little bit. Sweat more, a little bit more in there. So that's in here. So I've got a few crab claws now at this stage. We'll pop a few of these guys in.
Now, is this how you get them from your shop or your fishmonger?
We went to your fishmonger. They will absolutely. You tell them what you want. Absolutely, it's all there for you. They have the pinchers. You just go in and ask for crab claws with shell off. Yep.
Shell off.
And they have like if you're going to a fishmonger's, I would say, you know, like they have them in Tesco's and places like that. But again, like when it's crab, I think you can afford to be a little bit more picky.
Okay. And are they on the expensive side?
They can be on the expensive, yeah. Again, it depends how many you're buying, if you're going to cook a big meal or a small meal. Again, they can be on the expensive side, but again, I think it's one of those things that you can afford to do it in a sense. You do it once or twice a week. We won't be doing it every night, of course. We haven't fillet steaks and crab every night for dinner, for sure. But again, it is a lovely treat. And again, it's a nice, fresh dish during the summer.
And it doesn't take a lot of cooking, Tommy, does it?
Not at all. A few tomatoes in here now as well, just for a little bit of...
Couple of minutes, is it?
Yes, absolutely. A couple of minutes, yeah. Very simple. Because again, like it's not tender meat. You don't want to overcook it too much. Okay. You know? A few spring onions in here too.
Lovely colour. Is that the best way to cook crab claws, to fry them? Or is there other ways?
I prefer frying them, yeah, because again, like they're quite like it's a tough meat. You can get a nice bit of colour out of it, you know. You can nice bit of flavour, and again, like you know, you could poach them as well if you wanted to. You could grill them with a little bit of breadcrumb and garlic on them as well if you wanted to. Again, it really depends if you have time on your hands, and again, you know, it's just lovely. Again, if you wanted, you could add a bit of wine here now or anything like that. If you wanted to. I'm just going to keep it oil-based.
When it comes
today.
to the pasta then, are you part of the school of thought where you put a little spoon of the pasta water into the sauce if you're making a sauce with it? You don't, clearly.
That's a no.
Judging by that reaction, Tommy,
Yeah.
you're like,
The
no, what
answer
is
is
the man talking about?
Yeah, I'll leave that answer
you?
just.
You leave that hanging.
I'll leave that
yeah,
one
well,
there, yeah.
a lot of Italians would say a little spoon of the pasta water in whatever sauce
Yeah, I
brings
guess
it
it
all
wouldn't.
together, you know.
I guess it wouldn't do any harm, to be honest. But I think
But
you know.
no, that's what he's saying.
Why bother? Why bother?
Why bother?
Why bother with my question? You have enough flavour in here, and you're adding an extra salt element then into the dish.
True, yeah.
Like, so you have enough flavours in here. I mean, you guys can smell it there now. There's enough flavours coming through.
Terrific. Unreal.
So at this point, I'm going to add a little bit of fresh herbs here. I have a little bit of chopped coriander, a little bit of chopped parsley. Again, crab can take plenty of herbs. So you know, when you get in at this stage, and
Yeah.
you'll really draw out that flavour from the dish. And again, it's
Is
just
this on the menu in the hotel, Tom?
no, it isn't. But we do it sometimes the specials and things like that.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, like it's
Great summer
it's
dish.
something I would throw together at home if I was
Throw together, I love that.
together.
Just 10 minutes, knock up and down crab.
Little
Before the
lemon
match.
juice
Yeah.
at this point.
Whereas you and I make a ham sandwich. You know, I'm just going to knock in some crab
Has
tagliatelle.
mustard sauce in it.
You do, yeah.
Pop-tarts is on my menu.
Nothing wrong with Pop-Tarts.
Nothing wrong with Pop-tarts.
Nothing wrong with
but I'd rather
Pop-Tarts. Let's call a
tagliatelle,
spade
to be honest with you.
you know? Right, so
Smells
we're
amazing.
nearly ready here now, guys,
Great.
yeah? So I'm going to add a little bit. Actually, no, I'll add the pasta first. Right? So we have our pasta
We're ready
here.
too.
Okay.
We're ready.
So, tagliatelle, straight in. Boom.
Nice.
Not messing
Okay.
about here now. Oh, no, this is when the fun begins. I'm going to add a little bit of rocket as well. Just
nice.
refresh it, yeah. Now we can add our pepper.
Very
'Cause
good.
now it's the right time, you know. You want to be adding too
Plenty
much.
of pepper too.
Finish it with a little bit of sea salt
Very good.
and a touch more lemon juice just because.
Does it work with any other pasta, like a linguine?
Oh,
or...
I could like linguine. I mean, we were talking about linguine as well earlier. You know what I mean? Linguine is a lovely pasta. You know, it's very fresh. It's just a beautiful dish. You know?
Yeah.
I like the kind of the longer pastas myself. You know, essentially linguines, the spaghettis, the things like that. You know, the
Yeah.
short pastas are fine, but again,
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the pennes and that kind of stuff.
pennies are grand. You know what I mean? It's not like it's penny and things like that. They're better with like chorizo, kind of maybe
Yes,
smaller
yeah, with the ragu.
things. You know,
Yeah.
things like that. But
If you were on a date,
yeah.
I wouldn't eat spaghetti or
Would you not?
long form. No, because
They say,
you know,
in Italy apparently they say that you should never
Slurping it.
do a business deal over eating pasta because you're not really focusing on the deal, you're focusing
On the food.
on the food.
You're
There
concentrating
you
too
go.
much on the
So
food.
who knew?
Would you not bring a big bowl, Tommy, no?
I might get a big bowl next time.
Holy
yeah.
moly.
it won't fit that
absolutely.
top.
I'll tell you what.
No.
You need a big table, even 6 of them.
Tagliatelle in, again, it's messy. We love it. The messier,
Love
the
it,
better.
yeah,
Absolutely
get
messier,
in there.
you love it.
Yeah,
In
you
you go,
could
like
cook
that.
this en masse, couldn't you?
Absolutely.
3, 4,
yeah.
or 5. Like.
And again, you see how quick it is to put together. It's so simple. So much flavour in here now. You'll see it yourselves in a second. Boom.
Are you going to hit that with a bit of Parmigiano or anything, no? Or
No,
just
not
let
for
it
me.
do
No,
it?
I don't think. For me, now
Okay.
Parmesan doesn't actually
Doesn't do anything
much
for
of a
us.
place here. No, to be honest, just like that.
Well, the Italians would say they never
Don't.
put Parmesan with seafood, don't they?
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
that's
Cheese
me.
on fish
Finish
or
it with a
seafood.
touch of
yeah.
olive oil.
Beautiful,
Oh, that's
Tommy.
splendid.
Now, guys, there
Visually,
you go.
and I'm
So
sure.
that's my bowl.
Tagliatelle
You don't have
taste.
one, Aidan, no?
Can I have a bit of yours?
Come on, have a bit,
Ah,
yeah.
gee, thanks.
I'm just going to go straight in for a crab claw.
Should go straight to
Right.
the
At her
bottom.
head's finest.
Hmm.
Oh,
The verdict.
that's
Hard to find
sensational.
words from. It's
Happy.
exquisite.
Man, that is sensational. Great job, Tommy.
Fantastic.
Full recipe details are on our website, or you can call into the Radisson of Dublin's Golden Lane. Ask nicely for Tommy, and he might
Very
make
nicely.
this for you. Tell him we sent
It
you.
was my
Thanks, Tommy.
top throw.
Smashing.
Well done. That's incredible. Now, up next, Laura caught up with Eric Stone Street and Kevin Hart this week. Find out how she got on next.
Beautiful.
Amazing soufflé. Le perfect way. Cooking perfection on Weekend AM. Brought to you by the Dietrich.